To believe that we have you covered on Keeping Us Your Radio, and the gods are definitely on our side. She looks gorgeous on the other side of town. Hello,
Come
hello.
through. I'm so
Love
happy
the
it's
energy.
working.
All right, please, once more again, let's just take it to the top. Kindly introduce yourself and tell us more about DINKY KUNENE.
Okay, cool. Hi, everybody, once again. My name is Daleen, more commonly known as Dinky Kunene. I am a singer, songwriter, performer, aspiring makeup artist, influencer, anything involving the arts. I am included, I am inside because, art is life. That's about
Yes.
all there
Oh,
is.
okay, art is life. Now, just a quick one. I want you to take us through your journey of being a singer and a songwriter. When did everything start?
Okay, cool. So I come from like this musical family, right? And everyone can sing. And my mom can
Okay.
sing and she plays guitar. And my older sister can sing. And my uncles can sing. And my dad was on Shout Out to Fame with Rebecca Malope. And it's just all of this, musicality happening. And I think I was like just a little baby trying to copy my elder sister. She was singing in church, and I would like cry to stand next to her and like look up at her and do everything she was doing. And I think it wasn't until like grade three I started joining the choir. And I just started involving myself in like a lot more cultural projects. But I definitely say my songwriting started in grade seven. I wrote a
Okay.
song about my fear of going to high school, and I had like this little book with a dolphin on it, and trillions of songs in there. And I don't even know where that book is today, but that's definitely where the songwriting journey started. And yeah, I think I recorded my first song in grade nine alongside my sister. We were called Soul Fusion.
Okay.
And I went on to go to varsity. I studied teaching, I studied HR, and the goal was failing because I was in every band, entering every competition, and then eventually we went to idols. And piano came along, and I think 2016, 2017, I just threw myself into it 100%. And today we have Makunene.
Hello, Makunene. I love this name, Makunene. I don't want to lie. There's just something about it. There's some authenticity behind it. Like, it's got that thing.
It has the salt.
Like, I was actually playing one of your tracks, Udaliwam, and personally, I think I was actually connecting to it. For some reason, yes, it's a Friday, we're dancing, but there's just something about it. I want you to take me through Daliwam and everyone that you worked with.
So it's actually a really funny story. This song went through a facelift probably six times. We recorded it early 2021, and we only
Okay.
released it like I think the beginning of this year, because the sound is changing so much and we always want to sound relevant. But Daliwami is basically just, I'm always singing about love. I am
No,
such a
definitely.
lover of love. And I don't even know how to put it into words. Like, I always speak about my journey and the place I am in, in my relationship and in my love life. And so that's everything Daliwami is, and probably all of my other songs that are about love. They're just an explanation of what I'm going through at that particular moment in time. I did have a lot of help on the writing of that song, from a friend of mine. His name is Taylor. He's also on production. I always allow other artists to come in and help because there's so much beauty in collaboration. So yeah, that song was a whole process.
Oh my goodness. I no, I'm definitely for the one. There is Arieng. Talking about Arieng, where are we going? Like, it's the weekend. Maybe there's a vibe. And we're going to be talking about that vibe just before we let you go because I want to find out this weekend where we're going to be finding you. Now, just a quick one. You say that you aim to restore hope in our youth by reminding them not to give up on their hopes as well as their dreams. How do you aim to do this?
So a lot of people know that the industry has knocked me a couple of times. I've been trying for years to make it in the industry, and I've gotten a trillion no's. I've lost endorsement deals because I'm not necessarily skinny. People maybe don't want to work with me because it's easier to work with producers or boys because they rap, they fast in
Yes,
studio
yes.
and all of that. And Arieng was kind of an awakening moment for me because I remember there's this Liquid Deep song. I think it says, "You don't have to be alone."
Yes.
And I know
Ooh.
it speaks about love, but I wanted to bring that into the industry a little. And this is exactly what Arieng is. Akumele upewe tomganiwa. My friend, you don't have to be alone. I had so many people along my journey helping me get to the point where I am now. And I just want people to remember that number one, it doesn't happen overnight. And number
Yes,
two,
definitely.
you don't have to do it alone, you know. There are people that you can depend on, obviously not everybody, but when you find people that you vibe with, if the energy is right, just hold on tight. And also positive vibes. It's good to be positive, and then we can all arieng into a brighter future.
Yeah, and you do not have to be alone. I actually love that. Actually, you don't have to be alone. That's something different actually, because a person probably say that you have to work by yourself to probably reach the goals, but you can get some help all the time.
You
I
can.
see we have AK James coming in saying that we love this, and also all the way from Johannesburg we are joined by Pumelela Pumi Zondo saying that hashtag an inspiration. You are an inspiration, a big one,
What?
definitely.
What?
Now, I want to talk about your highlights that you have had within your industry. I was going through your bio, and my goodness, it is amazing. Tell us more about the highlights.
So I always highlight my first proper music video because I think every artist should have the best experience. I had so much struggles. I was directing by myself. I got my own sponsors. I was doing my own makeup, my own styling, you know, and it was such a big moment for me because it was like, you can actually do this. And that was the Hold On to Me music video, working with one of the most renowned producers in South Africa, signed to Piano Hub, Do aka TRP. And I got so much support from him as well, and that was amazing. Um, I think also making it to the top nine of Idols was a very amazing thing, you know. Out of that year, 25,000 auditions, that was a very big achievement for me. Um, it's always really amazing collaborating with artists. I don't know if you guys are
Yes.
familiar with the song called Hade. And Mr. Jazzy gave me a chance. He trusted me with his music. And the song just blew up. It was leaked way in advance before we even released it. And yeah, it was amazing. But also, I will always encourage people to just enjoy the process of being in studio as a whole, because that for me is an achievement every single time. To be able to communicate your message or what other people are feeling through music. 'Cause sometimes it's hard for people to put into words what they're feeling. And as the
True.
artist, are blessed with that talent to speak on behalf of the people that don't have that voice, that don't have that confidence, you know. And so that will definitely always be a highlight for me.
Now, listening to all the highlights that you're specifically talking about, I am actually wondering how you handle all the pressure and everything. Like, how do you look after your mental health?
I've had so many struggles with mental health in the past 6 months alone. Um, it gets very tough when you do everything in your power and the blessings are just not coming. But then I go back to scripture. I'm not the most religious person, but the Bible says all things are working for my good. It doesn't necessarily promise that all things will be good. And it's
Yes.
important to remember that because all of those struggles and all of those tough times are shaping you and molding you into a stronger version for the next level. Because, like they say, different levels, different
Different
levels.
levels, yes.
I think it's so important to take it easy on yourself, tell yourself, it's fine, you lost this one, but try again. And maybe the next one is yours. It's so important to be patient. Um, Also, when you're not okay, it's okay to check out. It's okay to not be okay, and people need to remember this. And being an artist, use your artistry as an outlet. I do this all the time. We thank God for technology because now I can just open my memo and I can jot down all of my thoughts. And sometimes a year from now, all of those thoughts become a beautiful song. And yeah, I think people just we need to be easier on ourselves. We need to give ourselves more time. We also need to stop comparing ourselves to other people because we look at other
Yes.
people making it so fast. One song, pa, international. And it doesn't work like that for everybody. And I honestly think sometimes that God gave me this hard journey so that I can also be an encouragement to other people to say that no doesn't mean never.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. You are definitely an inspiration. I definitely agree with Mr. Zondo in Johannesburg that you are a true inspiration. Now, in an ever changing society that has actually different trends every now and then, how different are you from other influencers?
So I think a lot of people do influencer work based on what's trending at the moment. I do influencer work based on what I'm feeling. So I was very not confident about my own hair. And I think about 2 years ago, I cut everything off. And I did a series on my Instagram learning about my natural hair and my curls and saying it's okay to braid, it's okay to wear a wig, but don't ever not love your own hair underneath it. So I think in terms of being an influencer, I always go according to what I'm feeling. I
Yes,
didn't get
yes.
this endorsement deal because I'm a bit chubby on the chubby side of life. I'm a healthy, thick woman.
Thick
And I
mama,
did a song
yes.
called Boomba. You guys can check it. It's on Chase Africa, but you can also get it on my YouTube. Um, and I was trying to empower ladies that you can wear that bikini. You should be okay with
Yes.
those stretch marks. You should be okay with that cellulite because being a Boomba is beautiful. Being exactly what God made you is beautiful.
Yes.
And that's basically, like I said, the direction I take with influencer work. It needs to be in alignment with where I am mentally, spiritually, also physically. I need to encourage girls that look like me because the media doesn't always reflect like a variety of women, for lack of better words. And I want people to see that, it's okay to have fat thighs, flabby arms, a pot belly still gives good loving.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? On that note, your social media handles quickly so that people can start also following you. I've been looking at your following. My oh my. Hello.
We're
What is social
trying.
media?
So on
Please.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you can get me at DINKY KUNENE. Guys, on Facebook, hacking is real. So the verified account is hacked, but my new page is called Makunene, and that's where you can get me on Facebook.
On Facebook. All right. And then when one wants to book you, where can they find you?
So if you go to my social media, there's a little number there, but you can also email bookings, Dinky Kunene at bookings. Dinky, what's going on?
Dinky,
Dinky
what's going
Kunene
on?
bookings at gmail.com. There we go. Oh, it's a bit of a tongue twister.
No, we definitely have it. Now, talking about your support structure, who has been there for you since day one?
So something that I've always been very oblivious to, but the support has been right here behind me all the time is my bigger sister. She deals with my moods, she deals with my struggles, and every single thing I go through, she's like, I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna help you, whatever it is. I always get encouragement from my parents. They might not understand the industry, but they encourage me to remain the person that they raised. I also have a very small group of friends within the industry, the people that brought me into the industry, more commonly known as the squad. My boyfriend's a producer and he's always encouraging me as well. But also, I think I've learned to be my biggest support. That even when there's no one around, I'm gonna support myself. I'm gonna celebrate myself. I think with the release of Arieng, I was alone and I was in my bedroom the whole day and I had like a drink on the side and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate in bed because my single came
Yes.
out and I'm proud of me. It's
Yes, that's the
important to
way to go.
celebrate yourself. And when the world is not supporting you, you support yourself and show
Support
them
yourself.
why they should be supporting you.
Yes, that is very important. Mr. Zondo is coming in saying that please make this go viral, as what you have shared is very important for the younger generation who looks up to you guys and wants to be like what media says what beauty is and forget who they
Get who
truly
they
are.
are.
Yes, no, we will definitely be sharing this all over. Please also do share it, Mr. Zono, so that people can actually know what we were talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've actually just joined us at this moment, we are currently live on our Facebook and our YouTube page, and also to those who actually tuned in, probably onto the app. I'd say, come see what is happening. Come see this gorgeous, talented woman. I'm talking about a singer, a songwriter, makeup artist, as well as an influencer. And she's not just one influencer who's going to be going with the trends, what is happening. She quickly wants to follow that. She is actually not doing any of that. And on that note, would go look for her on social media, and you are going to see the content that Dinky Kunene is coming up with. Now, this Women's Month, it's officially day 5 of Women's Month, and I want to find out, what message are you leaving us with today?
Okay, first of all, to all the ladies, don't ever think of yourself as less because by birth you are a creator. God entrusted you with that, you know. Even if you don't have children, there's this pastor that said to us, if you give a woman something, she will multiply it.
Yes,
And I want
yes.
ladies to remember that about themselves. If you give a lady a dirty house, she will turn it into a beautiful, shining home. You know, if you give her 2 rand, she'll turn it into a 2,000 rand. Um, I also think that women need to be more confident. I think the world has made us be apologetic about who we are. It has made us afraid to stand out. It has given us a certain set of rules. Be sweet, be kind, be decent. You know, this decent word bothers me all the time because I always get looks when I walk out because I wear the shorts and I wear the bikini. No one stops me. And I always get these looks and I wonder, sometimes even from women, and I wonder at which point do we grow out of this thinking that you need someone's permission to be comfortable in
Permission.
your own skin? And that's what I want women to remember this Women's Month. Be comfortable in your own skin. There is nothing more beautiful than confidence. It is probably the most beautiful thing under the sun to love you and be confident with you.
I love how confident you are. Like, for me, it's the energy. One thing I love when I'm doing interviews, I always tell my producer that it has to be the energy. If I'm not connecting with the person that I'm interviewing via energy, then it's just like, oh man, let's just quickly end this
Yeah.
interview. But with you, I feel like we could go on and on and on having this conversation, because not only are you just talking about, you know, the youth and actually influencing them to do the right thing, but one thing I love is you're speaking to women, especially that it is now Women's Month, for us to actually be comfortable, to know that it is okay to braid your hair, it is okay to put the weave on, because I do understand that a lot of times we get bashed for wearing the weave because people feel as if we're not appreciating ourselves. It's okay to have the weave, it's okay to do whatever you want.
It's okay
You
to do
know,
whatever.
just do it. And now, this weekend, where can we find you?
So for the weekend, I'm a bit chill, but on Monday, you guys can get me at Moloko. I will also be at 7th Avenue in Pretoria. I will also be at Poppy's in Cresta. But I'll upload all of the details on my social media in case they don't catch us now. Yeah, that's where you can get me on Monday evening.
Oh my goodness, I quickly want to actually find out, when you're going on stage, are there nerves? What happens when you're about to perform?
So this is actually a funny question. For the longest time, I didn't have hectic nerves. But I think I did this gig in Durban a month ago, and immediately after I came off stage, I felt dizzy. I was vomiting. I wasn't okay. And it's because sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect. And now I'm at a point where I'm okay with the nerves in the beginning because they remind me that I'm not God and that I can make mistakes and
It's
that those
okay.
mistakes are okay. Generally, I'm overconfident, and sometimes then the mic disappoints or then the crowd disappoints. So, yeah, I definitely get those nerves more on some days than others. But yeah, I think the best way to handle them is just that one step at a time.
One
Your
step
job
at a
is to
time.
sing. It's my job to entertain. You know, if you can't make eye contact and this is for the other artists, just look at everybody's heads. Look right here, and it will kind of help you to still connect with the audience, but just control the nerves a little. It's also really important just to hydrate because fainting is real. I've seen it happen to a lot of people. And I always get really dry before a performance, and I always ask my manager, my road manager, can I have water? Can I have water? Please have water for me. Just a hydrate will make the nerves go away a
Hydrate.
little.
All right, man. Once more again, please give us the social media handles where we can find you.
On Instagram, you can get me at DINKY KUNENE, Twitter and TikTok the same, YouTube as well. And on Facebook, you can get me at KUNENE.
Makunene, on that note, what else is going to be happening for you? It's nearly December. What's going to be happening? Maybe you can give us just a hint, nudge, nudge. What you're going to be doing? Any projects?
It's funny we spoke about water. because I have a single coming out soon. I'm actually busy preparing it, so I won't tell you the name, but I'll just say, Amanzi, 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 Clela Amanzi, Utando, Olako, Utando, Clela Utando. Just as a hint, nyana.
Hindiyana. Oh
But
my
other
goodness.
than that, there is an EP coming showcasing almost all of the upcoming artists in Amapiano because
Love it.
the kids need help. I still need help. And what better way to look to your brothers and sisters that are fighting the same struggle? So,
That's
yeah, there is an
nice.
EP coming out, and I'm excited to share. There's a lot of different sounds. Amapiano has grown so much, and there's a lot
That's
of
true.
variation in the kinds of music. So I'm excited.
No, I am really excited for Amanzi because one thing about you is your voice is just authentic. You don't need any backtrack. You don't need anything. When they say just sing, you just do what God gave you. The God
You're
gave
gonna
you
make
gift.
me
Wow.
cry.
But man, oh man, thank you so much for joining us today. And we will sure hope to find you in the Eastern Cape, East London. Hint,
Soon, soon, soon.
hint. Zime,
Thank
I
you so
go
much for
Zime.
having me.
No man, lost words from your side, then we end it.
um, Remember to pray. Remember to hydrate. Self love is really the greatest love of all. Listen to Whitney Houston. She knew what she was speaking about. But above all, be unapologetic about your dreams and go for it. Whatever that thing is, just go for it. Don't say tomorrow. Don't say next month. Don't say when I have money. Just go for it.
Go for it and just do it. Pray and hydrate is the
Hurry!
top two. Hurry! You know what? My lips are sealed. Thank you so much, man, for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we were joined at this moment by the gorgeous, who is just leaving us at this moment. I'm talking about DINKY, man. It has been beautiful and it has been lovely. But please do catch her song. One of my favorites definitely has to be Utalwam. But like she said, Banga Bage Harrying. So we're going to be playing that one. It's a Friday after all. So let's definitely leave on that note.